Alright, let's jump into this unboxing and setup of this awesome home accent holiday Home Depot life-size wyvern. Now this is going to be very cool. It is 8 foot tall and a massive animatronic here. And it's going to be a cool little dragon style decor to go into the haunted house. Now this is the 2025 season that we're building this in, and this is Ed from Haunted House. He is the operator of this cool little haunted house in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Of course, he is family, so of course I get the privilege of going ahead and recording him in time-lapse form, assembling this awesome dragon. Now, this is probably one of my very favorite animatronics that he has in his stock of Halloween holiday animatronics. It's very cool. I also like the werewolf itself, and you can kind of find that on my channel in a very quick and fun time lapse. It's more so satisfying just to watch it being built in such a fast speed. So we're going to go ahead and put out the base there, and we got the lower legs on. And then we have some L-ish shaped brackets that go into lower leg. So I guess this would be the shin of the leg. And then we have those meaty thighs that go above this. Once we get the thighs on, and even before we attach all the bolts into position and kind of get it really stationary, we will go ahead and get the body on. Now the body is actually pretty difficult to put on with one person. You have to spread these legs and then put like kind of like that like lower groin of the dragon down between these, and then make sure that you line up the rods, black rods, for the actual supports there. It's actually pretty tough to do. I actually assisted Ed by just using my one hand while recording to go ahead and pull those legs apart right there just to get those lined up a little bit. If you get one side in, then the other side, and then go ahead and settle it down, then you can easily get this set up pretty quickly overall. We are in a 2x speed highlight here, so just be aware that we are moving pretty fast, but just take your time and make sure you get all your pieces to fit properly together. There were some gaps here inside the legs, and then once you get everything truly established as far as the positioning of the wyvern, then you can really change things out a little bit. But there were slight gaps between the joints of the legs. It also allows it to expand and move if there's like heavy wind or something like that. So there's a little reason for there being slight gaps there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and attach the actual head, which is like the crown jewel of this item here, into the neck formation. It has a little bit of a latex sleeve right there, and that will go in and cover the shaft where the head and the attached wire are attached down the spine or neck of the dragon. And that's going to allow us just to give a nice cover over that wiring and stuff so you don't see that. It would ruin the appeal of the item if you saw a bunch of wiring or it was just really open and visible. It takes away from that magic. So he's going to go ahead and place this into the neck joint here, and then he'll just push that down until he gets the connectors settled into one another. Now this is a kind of like a hook ring style, so you have like two prongs that like settle down into some prong holders. A lot of these animatronics are going that style anyways. It just allows it to easily like blow in the wind a little bit, and it gives a little more flexibility than some of those whole hard rigid square connectors. It just depends on how it's built and the design of it. We want to make sure that that neck settles down into that plastic housing right there, and there's no overlap there. You want to make sure it's settled all the way down, so that way the neck has the articulation that it needs. He also screwed in the eyelet loop for the cable hold down. We want to make sure we get that into position, and we actually had a bear of a time getting that cable latched to the base. Go ahead and get these tail segments on here, and these awesome back spikes. Those are pretty cool. Just a little bit of doing here. They kept catching on the lower portion of the tail, and it kept not wanting to go in. But once you get it in, it is a tight, secured item there. And then we'll go ahead and get the next portion on, and it is a push and twist. As you can see, we are twisting that clockwise, and it just snaps into place there. You just line up the spikes on the tail. It's just the easiest way to look at it there. Looking pretty good there. I like how that fits together. Looks really nice. And it's actually not making contact with the ground, which is good. There's the neck and the tail both attached there. Here, as I spoke of a moment ago, is where Ed is trying to get this cable connected to the eyelets on the base plate, the base frame. And this is going to give that item a lot more strength because it's going to help distribute that force up the body of the item. It kind of pulls it downward and into the back area of the support brace at the bottom. There you can see we went ahead and lined up and attached those arm wings, but we did forget something there, as you can see. So we do have to remove those unless you want to get a ladder. And we went ahead and attached these kind of like wing spikes that go on the tips of the wings, and then we'll just put those back on their positions. And then we'll go ahead and make sure all these are latched together securely before we add the back, like kind of like a blended casted plates that cover up all of the hardware and the bolt accesses. Looking pretty good, right? Now this is a bad mamma jamma. Let's hear it roar. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, make sure you do so. I'm pretty sure it will be limited time at Home Depot. It is an awesome project, and it is extremely tall and dominating in the yard, and it just brings a whole new level of appeal to the haunted house here. I think Ed snagged a pretty cool item here. Make sure you put those stakes in the ground as well as those four angled supports just to give it a little bit more footing support. And then there we go. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll catch you later.